Hey, Strick, have you ever thought about starting a podcast?
Oh, man, what a great idea. You know, over 1 billion people listen to podcasts.
There is a lot of money out there.
You know, and when you do a podcast, people see you as the expert in your field.
You can cast a wider net. I love fishing. You actually cast a wider net. Yeah, actually grow a community of fans that will promote you.
Well, you know what's cool? People listen in their car, in their house, while they're cooking. You know, they just do it when they're doing other things. So, like, you can get all over the country, everywhere. I mean, it's kind of an amazing idea.
This sounds like a commercial for TurnKey Podcast. Is that what this is?
It kind of does. So FunkNfans, if you guys have ever thought about starting your own podcast, but you're like, I have no idea what the hell to do, we know what the hell to do, and we can help with that.
Yeah, we can do it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a unique season of podcasts just for you. We handle all the production, all the technical stuff, the hosting, you know, the voiceover guy like Steve-O, and we might even get Steve-O to do it for you too. And we deliver the final product to you.
No, it's amazing. And you really need this to become viewed as the expert in your field, whatever field that may be. And we can even help you with exactly what questions to ask, what questions to answer, and all the great things to make you the expert in your field.
We're going to support you right from podcast launch day. Even before that, when we're putting all the stuff together, we're going to help you with the launch. We're going to help you sell more of whatever it is that you sell. So if you're a product or a service, or if you're a big box, or if you're regional or national or international, fame and fortune can be yours.
Except in Dubai. We don't speak Dubanese.
Oh, that's true. We don't.
We can't help
so
with
here's
that.
Here's all you need to do. All you need to do is show up. Oh, well, you got to pay us too, because that's a part of the process too.
Details.
Yeah, those are the details. If you click on the show notes, we're going to include a link, and it's going to be, what is it? What's on the link? It's like 12 reasons why podcasting is primed for you to sell more of what you do.
It's a really cute infographic, and it shows you why you should be podcasting. Click on that. You get that for free, and then we can talk more.
All right. TurnKeyPodcast.com. You're the expert. Let us help you prove it.
That's a great tagline.
That is a great tagline.
Hey, Nice Guy community, as you well know or may not know, we run on listener donations exclusively. So we really need you to go to patreon.com/NiceGuys and just donate like $1 or $2 a month.
How would they not know that already? It seems like it would be impossible. We talk about this ad nauseum. Patreon.com/NiceGuys. Help us, please.
Well, maybe they're a new listener. We do get those occasionally.
Well, that's true. Occasionally. We lose a lot, but we gain a lot too.
For as little as $1 or $2 a month, you can help keep the lights on. Thanks. We love you guys.
Hey, Nice Guy community, Steve O'Brien got really sick of Doug and Strick, so it's Anna, the production assistant, tuning in here, and here's what you're going to hear on the Nice Guys on Business today.
2 pizza crusts, right?
Yep,
a bag of like pre-cooked, pre-grilled chicken.
Yep.
Cheese and pizza sauce.
Yep.
For 2 pizzas.
$52.
Are you fucking kidding me?
52.
I could feed a large Cambodian family from Domino's for that. That's insane.
I could have gone out for cheaper than it would cost me to buy those 2 pizzas. And I kept thinking, holy fuck, that's a lot of money to spend on pizzas.
The Nice Guys on Business podcast. 100% gluten-free. And now, with fewer calories. Need an education on how to grow your business? The Nice Guys are here to help. Learn about great customer service, networking, and how just being nice can help you prosper. Now, here are your hosts, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I had a whole conversation with somebody about what you're doing right now. See, in your mind, let's start the episode. I want to begin with this. Go ahead. Just start the episode. Start the fucking episode.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Nice Guy community. Today is Tuesday, and Doug and I are wired up tight already, we're just getting going here.
I had 1 cup of coffee today. I have no idea what the fuck is wrong with me, but sorry,
your
Strickland.
mic is a little hot, by the way, so
geez,
go ahead. There's something you wanted to start with about having a conversation with exact...
Hold on. Let me turn down a little bit. Jesus. I just gotta... so I was having it's too hot, isn't it? I can see.
I don't know. I gotta see the meters now.
I can see the meters are too hot. Hold on.
Well,
hold on, everybody. Fuck. There we go. I am not happy right now with Apple.
Oh, wait a minute. Doug's not happy with Apple? Stop the presses. I want to hear this.
I'm not, for several reasons. I can't seem to make any adjustments to anything. Nothing. There's no adjustments that I can make anymore. Okay, I just adjusted the volume level. I should be a little lower. I can't lower it much more.
No, it looks good. Maybe right. It's really loud.
Yeah, it's a really slow moving meter.
Fucking apple.
All right, here we go. Okay, so did you get into the show? Did you introduce yourself?
I did. And there's something you wanted to start the show with. Oh, we didn't introduce ourselves. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Okay, hi, everybody. Hi, Pleasant. Welcome back. Wonderful to have me back here again. So much happened this week. I got in an argument with the guy I was interviewing. So much stuff.
Yeah, but you wanted to. You specifically just said you wanted to start the show with you having a conversation about what I just did.
Yeah, well, you're giving me instructions and you're giving me commentary of the stuff that you're going to be editing in as a part of the bonus material, right? So Nice Guy community, just so you're aware. So Strickland, as we picked up the episode, he started to talk immediately about bonus material and like how his editing is going to go. I had a conversation with somebody through Skype. I forget who it was, somebody that's starting a podcast, and he's an audio guy too. So as he's talking, I can hear him chopping up the words that he is saying, like this is going to be edited in here. And I can't place the visual. Like when you talk editing, you know exactly in your head, because you started to give the commentary, okay, people, this is where this commentary is going to start and end. And I don't see it. I unless I literally see it in front of me, like on a drawing, I have a very hard time of understanding how editing works. You have to take out like a segment of audio and place it somewhere else that it doesn't belong, like at the end of the bonus episode or at the end of the episode. I don't understand how that shit works.
Okay, you know what's really funny? There are times where, like, I will say something, and this happens not just with you and I. It's like every podcast that I edit, right? If I have it on two separate tracks, I will make a comment, like the one person will make a comment, and then there'll be a little bit of a pause, and then they start talking again, and the other person says, oh, yeah, or laughs or whatever, right? And a lot of times it's delayed. Now, it's sometimes because the other person didn't hear it in time, but sometimes it's because of the internet. And so when you hear the recording, it's like the person finishes and then there's pause, right? And then the person starts talking again at exactly the same time. The other person says, oh yeah. I fix that in editing. Like I take the blank space out from before and I basically shift it forward so it fits in the right spot. I love that shit. I do it all the time.
So in other words, what you're saying is you're an audio genius because you can actually manufacture conversations and laughter and reaction.
I could if I wanted to. I probably have on more than one occasion. There are times where you and I are talking over each other and when people hear the final product, it probably sounds a lot slicker than it really is. Like, man, how do those guys, like, they're not even in the same room together. How do they cue off of each other so well? Well, the reality is we talk over each other all the fucking time. I just fix it in the mix.
I have a very hard time with understanding when you're talking about editing. I can't follow you. I never can. I just go, Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. Exactly.
And you have your hand up?
I do. I wanted to see how long it was going to take you to recognize.
How long it took me to see that your hand was up?
I still want to know why Josh at Zencaster only has a white hand up. It's just giving, it's just one more example of Josh and you trying to hold me, the black man, down. I don't appreciate that.
Doug, have you ever heard the term pick your battles?
It's not a battle worth picking.
No, I don't think it is. We have enough other little minor problems, but minor but important problems with Zencastr that we would love to get fixed, and that is not high on my list. At least
let's cover a couple of very cool housekeeping things, and then we will get on with the actual official recording and the topics in this episode. Shall we? Is that okay?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Let me start by thanking everybody in the Nice Guy community. We are just beginning the week, and we are beginning the week at a number that usually is a monthly number for us. We are almost at, what did I say earlier? Hold on, let me find the number.
38,000.
Yeah, we're almost at 38,000. Well, we will be by the time this episode actually airs tomorrow. Today. Yeah. Well, whatever it is. This is Tuesday's episode. We'll be
by the middle of the month. We're already at 38,000.
Yeah, we'll be at over 40,000 by the time this episode airs. We are normally, I don't even understand it, but I appreciate it. While we appreciate you so much, we did notice a slight slipping in the recommendations that we get on Overcast because we're keeping notice. I'm keeping notice.
How the hell can we get, because by the way, most of these downloads, this increase that we're getting is from Overcast. iTunes is still like, we get like 5 an episode or something from Overcast, and like 3,000, from iTunes, and then 3,000 from Overcast. How could we slip in the recommendations?
Well, here's what I noticed. I noticed on iTunes, I noticed that for 3 or 4 days, our episodes weren't even posting. People could not subscribe on iTunes. And then I talked to, is it Craig?
Yeah, Craig,
Craig, I talked to Craig, and Craig's like, nah, Hugin, right? They only update every few days. I'm like, really? They only update like shows and stuff every few days? I find that hard to believe, but I think that's the reality of it. They don't, as soon as you put publish, it does not necessarily go to them, does it?
You know what? Fuck iTunes. We don't even need them. Fucking Apple. You already said in the beginning of the episode you're mad at Apple.
I'm a little bit pissed at Apple. So going over to Overcast for a moment, just keep in mind that yes, even though our downloads are really starting to boom, you still have to recommend the episodes because we have a couple of categories that we actually like to fulfill. Category number 1 is the amount of listens that we get on Overcast, but the other thing is recommendations that are provided to us on Overcast. So please, please, please do us a favor. If you haven't done this in a few days, just go back and do a whole bunch of episodes. You don't even have to re-listen to them again. You've already listened to them. You fucking like us. We know you like us.
Well, Doug, what if it goes like this, right? Like we get up high on the download list on Overcast, right? So that means that new people find us because they're looking for new podcasts.
Yes.
They're like, oh, there are a lot of other people that like this podcast.
Yes.
And then maybe the new 500 or 800 listeners that we've gotten on Overcast, maybe they listen to an episode and go, these guys fucking suck, right? And that's why we're dropping on the recommendation list.
Yes, it could. Well, no, what happened was, remember, we really did a push in the last couple of weeks to tell people to recommend, and they did. And that got us up to, I think we were like at number 3 or 4, and now we're like at number 7 in the overall shows on Overcast, which is fucking ridiculous. It's amazing. I mean, NPR and Tim Ferriss and all those guys kiss my fucking ass, okay? I hope Tim doesn't listen to the show because he'll know.
I kind of doubt that he does. Yeah,
he probably doesn't.
No, I don't think so.
But we're number 2 in the overall business category, just overall in business. But we're number right now 6 or 7 or somewhere in there for all of the podcast, all the shows that are on Overcast, which is again ridiculous considering there's Pat Flynn and John Lee Dumas, whatever it is.
John Lee Dumas, as Steve O'Brien says.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, where's Steve-O been?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. I got to buzz him again. He actually had a health scare. I think he had some. He had kidney stones or something. It looked like I saw something on Facebook, but.
Maybe that explains it. Maybe that's where he's been.
Do we need to get to the speed read of the topics?
Oh yeah, let's do that
because we got a lot of topics. We got a lot of good ones.
But wait. So we talked about Overcast. Just to make sure that they're recommending. Go back many episodes. Hit the little gold star button. Please help us there. And then right after we come back after the speed topics, I do want to introduce this brand new thing that we're doing. It's going to make it easier than ever to get information from the nice guys. That's a good tease. Let's go. Give us the speed read.
Are we ready?
I was. If you haven't hit record, I am not ready. If you hit record, I am ready to go.
Okay, here we go. Okay. How amazing is the internet? Health insurance is sick paying for the well. Trump fires the guy who may or may not be investigating him. He may or may not be keeping conversations in the White House. Crossover episode to the Nice Guys deserve a vacation. What should we do for episode 400? How can I get a free FunkNfans T-Shirt? SlickText.com. Nice Guys 30 to 24 seconds. Tips to doing a good job. Attitude. Have an elderly parent is like being a parent. Whole Foods. How much is the average bag of groceries? Plan the how much do we save by eating at home? Great TV game shows growing up. And Tito's Vodka as a sponsor.
Yes. This is a record.
That's not even going to need editing. Like sometimes I'll do a little hiccup in the middle, and I'll just start again and cheat it in editing. But I don't even have to cheat that in editing. It was good.
God, that was really good. Strick, you got to. Hey, I love when you do not a topic on our list, but I noticed now that we have a few shows that we are doing some more full-time editing for. Yeah, Strick. You've been doing some voiceover work, haven't you? You've been doing a little bit of moonlighting, haven't you, Strick?
So we've got a couple of other podcasts through TurnKey Podcast that we've started, producing, editing type of thing. And we talked to the guys, we're like, hey, you want to get Steve O'Brien to do an intro for you? And they're like, no, I don't want to spend the money. Just fucking you do it. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Whatever. So I'm getting thrown into it because they don't want to spend the money on a real voiceover guy.
Well, no. So the next step is, so they don't want to afford Steve-O's primo price, but they want you to do it. but then it's it's just a slightly reduced fee if Strickland does it, because that'll be the next step. Is like, Strick, I listened to you do Michael Steinhardt's intro for his Financial Times Today or whatever the name of the show that we called it.
Yeah.
That was fucking good, man. You were good. You brought in like this really quiet, like golf, like this almost like golf announcer voice.
It is so interesting too, because really we're doing the voiceover work, and man, it really is kind of harder than you think, right? Because you really got to set the tone of the show. Like Lou Diamond's Thrive Loud podcast, right? So I did his, and I read one, and then we were trying to decide on what music we wanted, right? And he sent he's like, hey, I decided on this. He sends the music over. I hear the music, and I'm like, oh shit, I've got to change the read because it doesn't fit the music, right? And then Michael Steinhardt, of course, is finance, right? And so it's got to be real conservative, kind of more straight and more, but not like pretentious. It's such a fine line. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
So if you want to hear Strickland's fine voiceover work, what's Lou's?
Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond.
Yeah. So and you can get that on Overcast, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so look in the go to Overcast, not while you're listening to this episode or driving, but at some point, Lou, I know you're listening to this episode. Fuck you, man.
and so when you find Thrive Loud on Overcast, you find Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond on Overcast. You subscribe and then listen to the first 30 seconds of my voiceover, and then fuck the rest. You don't need to listen to the rest. Seriously though, it's really good. It's actually a very good show. He's got some great interviews.
He does. He interviewed Jeffrey Hazlett recently, and he's got a couple. I think he's done like 4 or 5 he's got in the can. And Strick, you remember how bad we were in our first 4 or 5 episodes?
We were fucking horrible. I don't know if I've actually told Lou this directly, but like I hear him doing interviews and I think that exactly. I'm like, you're so much fucking better than we were when we started. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. He's got a great voice too. Like it's funny when we talk to him on the phone sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess when he does interviews, he puts on like more of a radio voice, right? Like it doesn't sound like a radio voice. It's not cheesy, but man, it's like
now he's got a good natural voice.
Right. He totally does.
Wait, let me go back to something you just said. You said back in the beginning when we were doing our episodes, we didn't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
We still don't know what the fuck we're
Apparently not. We really ought to repost episode 1 or 2 or something, I guess, somewhere.
You can't even get that. That's like a collector's item now.
Right. It's funny. I was going to put up on Patreon, like if anybody wanted to download all the episodes, right? Like I zipped them up in groups of 100, but even 100 episodes zipped, it was like 3 gig. I mean, it's these huge files. I'm like, I can't fucking do that.
Oh man. So maybe we could, this is going to be good for the future. Can you imagine, like when we're dead, which will probably be soon in my case, when our kids want to go back and listen to what the antics of their parents. Like,
oh yeah, it's crazy. That's weird. Okay, you know what? Let's offer that just for kicks. If you're a Patreon patron, like I can't put it up on Patreon because the files are too big, right?
We'll Dropbox it to you.
Well, yeah, exactly. If anybody really wants to hear, I will zip up episodes 1 through 100, and then 101 through 200, and then 201 through 300. And if anybody actually fucking wants them, I will zip them up and send them to you. We'll Dropbox or Google Drive it to you.
Hold on, we need like a classic box set. We need liner notes. We need the whole schmageggy. We got to really make it happen.
That would be only if we charged for it. I don't want to fucking do that. It's too much work. We're too busy.
No, that's true. Speaking of which, Strickland, right now, this is episode number probably like 378 or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think 377, I think.
Let's see, 376 was on Friday.
Oh, okay, so it is 378. You're right.
Yeah, 377. So this episode 378. Strick, in 22 episodes, we will be at episode 400. Is one of the topics on the wheel, what are we going to do for episode 400?
It is. Did you hear that in my speed read? Because that was one of my topics.
Maybe I did. Let me go back and replay it slowly in my brain. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right. I guess probably we should talk about that at some point.
So are we going to we need guests, I think. Maybe we'll do like a round table thing.
What are we talking about I'm standing up right now.
Episode 400.
For episode 400. Sorry, I like to. That's exposition to the nth degree. Hey, wait. Before we go there, though, before we even get into the topics, we have to tell the Nice Guy community how they can get a hold of all of this new and fun and bonus information and about all the other shit that we're doing.
Okay, all right, so that's our new, that was one of the topics too. How can I get a free FunkNfans T-Shirt? That's right, we're going to bribe you.
Okay, yes, and we have this brand new way to do it too. We know that you're probably, 80-some-odd% of you are probably listening on your phone. Statistically, that's where most people listen to podcasts. So because they're listening on their phone, guess what, Strick? We have a new, what's it called? What the fuck is it called?
Slick text.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's called a new Slick Text program. So here's what you do. If you text the word NiceGuys, so NiceGuys, no spaces or anything, NiceGuys, doesn't matter if it's upper or lowercase, just NiceGuys, to 31996, we will enter you in a contest to win a T-shirt.
A T-shirt, that's right.
Is that important?
And it's not going to be like we're going to wait a year to give away a T-shirt. We're giving it away next week.
Every week we're going to give away a T-shirt.
Well, I don't know. Every week. Well, every week for a while,
until we're out of them. Strick, I got a pile of T-shirts I got to give away.
Okay.
And they're cool too.
They are cool. I love
T-shirts. Them. Yeah. So text NiceGuys to 31996.
Okay, and if you're listening on Overcast right now, all right, pull the phone away. Okay, look at your phone. Pull up your texting app right now. I'll wait. Okay. Pull up the texting app. Okay, you're going to text. You ready? New text. All right. 319. That's the one in the bottom right corner. 9. That's 2 9s. 31996. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you go into the part where you're actually going to put the message. Nice guys. No spaces. NiceGuys. No spaces. That's it. That's all you got to do. Oh, it hits send. You got to hit send.
Yeah. And that will enter you in a contest. There's a text message will come back to you asking you for some information, but just whatever it says, just do it.
Hey, Doug, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I see somebody that didn't do it. I'm looking at them right now. They didn't.
Let's wait
Pull up your texting. Do it now.
We asked you to do it now. We said it nicely. Don't make us come out there and get you.
Right. Text 31996. Text Nice Guys to that, and you'll be entered for a free T-shirt. And we're gonna look, all transparency. We're gonna put you on a list, but we're not gonna sell your email. We're not gonna do any of that crap, right?
No, that wouldn't be.
But
nice.
we may send you stuff like every week to tell you what is coming up on the episodes for the week and stuff like that, but we're not going to sell your email.
Hey, I was actually thinking of some great bonus material that we could send just the people that are joining through the text to join feature.
Bonus material like what?
Yeah, like bonus material, like we can do something. I'll do something fun at the end of each episode that I record with. I do 3 interviews a week at least. Some interviews, some weeks or more. Maybe I'll get them to just give a special bonus message just for the people that are doing text to join.
I love it.
That would be kind of cool, right?
That would be way cool.
Okay. All right. Nice Guy community. The promise statement is to provide an experience that is educational and adds value to your life. We want to be able to do that every week, every stinking week. That's why we keep coming up with these new fucking ideas. Like these amazing. Speaking of which, I am so pissed at guys we fucked. So pissed at that. Pissed at that. They have not. They completely disappeared off the radar screen. So then I finally just sent them a message saying, "Hey, ladies, are you going to come on the show or are you not going to come on the show? You are dogging us." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we forgot. We're sorry. We got so busy." Doing what? You're not fucking guys. I know that.
They smoke a lot.
They do smoke a lot.
They do. They say that on the show.
Okay,
well, one of them does. Like, I think they both get high, but I mix them up. Corinne and what is it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
One of them smokes every day.
They're dead to me. they are dead to me.
Their shows are like usually an hour and a half or longer, and they only do once a week, but my God, I mean, okay. There's a segment in the middle where they do advice, right? Like people call in and they tackle some very interesting questions. But the problem is it takes like 20 minutes to get to that part.
Yeah,
and then they do
15
interviews.
Minutes of commercials. Is that why?
Huh? Well, yeah, because first of all, it's the commercials, which they do a lot of fucking commercials. They get a lot of sponsors. Yeah. And then they've still got a thing where if you pre-ordered a book, they say your name, and that takes 5 minutes because, I know they're really fucking popular, right? So many people ordered the book, and that's great for them.
La, 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 wah, 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 wah.
And then they do an interview after. Like the end, they usually end with an interview, and some of the interviews are okay, but some of them are, I really like the advice, but it's like, it takes so long to get there.
Okay, so are you saying just fuck it? Don't worry about it. They're not coming on the show and we don't care?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too, but don't tell me you're fucking going to do something and then don't do it.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
the worst. That is the worst. It is so anti-nice guy.
I agree. I'm with you.
Okay. All right. So we've done the promise statement. We've done the text to join. We got a whole bunch of shit that we've done. This is good. I feel like we're really finally 378 episodes in. We are finally fucking on track.
Oh, I know one other thing that I didn't even put on the topic list now. Like, we didn't have enough fucking topics already, right? Okay, something we didn't put on the topic list, and I know it's really early for this, and we've talked a little bit about this. Oh, wait a minute, and one more thing.
Oh, my God.
God, so much fucking shit we have to talk about.
Okay. Where you going?
If somebody asks tutu optional, remember, because this is, Doug is going to be asking the questions of guests.
Right.
If you get an invite to a party, what would you like the dress code to be? What would you prefer it to be? And the answer, if you are a real listener and Doug ever interviews you, tutu optional.
Yeah.
That's how we'll know you're a real Funkin' fan and you're a real listener, is when Doug asks you the question when you're being interviewed. If you get an invite to a party, what would your preferred dress code be? Tutu optional.
Let me say this, though.
Yeah.
What's the over-under on this? I think that what episode number do you think that we will get to? But how many more interviews will it require before somebody actually is a listener to the show and says tutu optional?
That is a goddamn good call. Okay, so the first thing we need to do to get this is I'm looking at the ones you've done already. I'm assuming it hasn't happened yet, right?
No, fucking no.
1, 2,
because
3, 4,
many of them
5,
haven't even
6,
aired yet.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay,
Strict.
you've recorded 11 already for the future. So that's 3 weeks worth, right? Almost 4 weeks worth.
That's it? That's all I have? No, yeah, you're right. You're right, because I'm through like the middle of June right now. Right. You're right.
Okay. So we've got 4 weeks. 4 weeks, right?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 4 weeks. So we've got a month worth already. So that takes us to middle of June. Right. So the question is, let's do an over-under and give away a T-shirt. Okay.
Okay.
Now, do we do it by month? By year?
No, by the episode number. Whoever comes closest to the episode number.
Though. Oh yeah, okay. Whoever comes closest.
Yeah, closest to the episode number. I know what's going to happen. Like most things, nobody's going to fucking do this. So it's like, true. Okay, we're pretty safe with giving away. You know what? $100. Okay.
What the fuck? Are you kidding?
No, I will give you $100 if you can come the closest to anyone. How about that?
Now, is it the closest without going over?
I don't care.
It's like The Price is Right, right?
You know, I'm pretty safe because not only do they have Here's why I know my $100 is safe in my pocket. And yes, I'll go out on the line for $100. Oh, I'm going to go out on the line for something else too. But I'll go out on the line for $100 because one of two things has to happen. Number one, they have to come the closest, which is fine. That means we need people to actually enter. But secondly, somebody actually has to fucking say tutu optional.
Right, I know. Oh, so what you're saying is you don't think any guest is ever going to say it?
No.
Really?
No.
See, I disagree with that. I think at some point somebody's going to say it.
I don't think so.
But the thing is, if you have one person enter, right? As soon as a guest says it, they're the closest. So it's a free $100 as soon as somebody actually says it.
$100.
It's going to be somebody. We're going to get like somebody who is actually a listener, like Lou, right? And then you're going to get him on as an interview and forget that he knows. And anyway.
Here's what I'll do. Here's what I will do.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just text to join, because if you text to join, that'll automatically put you on our list. And I will just remind you that you have to send in I'll remind you through email. I don't care. It's fine. So text to join. That's exactly what we're going to do. So not only am I going to give away a T-shirt, but I'm going to give away $100. $100 to the person that guesses which episode number to the closest. You don't even have to be exact. You just have to guess a number that's greater than, don't guess anything under 378, because that's which episode number this is.
Well, no, don't anything lower than
it's fine. Even if they say 379, because anything beyond that is cool. Yeah. It's open.
True.
I'm just saying you can give me any number that you want. If you're only one person that's joining, you're gonna win. But somebody has got to say tutu optional.
And how do they join? Do they join by emailing you and giving you the guess?
No, all they're going to do is text NiceGuys to 31996.
Right.
That's it. I'll remind everybody of that.
Right.
There's instructions that follow after that.
You will remind them in an email, right?
Yep.
What will that email say?
It'll say, guess which episode somebody is going to say tutu optional. Give me a number. Period. The end. I'll figure out something. All we want to do right now is get people to participate. Yeah? Go ahead.
how will they tell you that number?
They're going to email me back.
There we go. That's what I was getting at. That's all I needed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. You'll be on our email list, and then we will play the game from there. It's fine.
Email you back. Okay, good.
Yeah, you won't have to, after you do the text to join, you won't have to worry about anything else. I will take over from there. Believe me, Strick, how reliable am I?
Oh, no, ridiculously reliable. No, but you know what? That's good. So you can't just email Doug. You actually have to get on the list, and then I like it. Because then you can win a T-shirt, you can win $100. I like it.
I'm going to make the contest available to everybody. You can do it in the privacy and comfort from your own home and your own email, and it'll be really easy. All you're going to have to do is send me back an email. When I send you one prompting you to send me an email that says, give me a number, everybody that joins, I'm going to give them an opportunity to play the game. All you have to do is send me back a number, and you could win $100 and a fucking T-shirt. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I'm giving away $100 and a T-shirt.
It's pretty good.
Hey, Strick, I know there's one other thing that's not on the wheel.
Oh, because I haven't mentioned my second one, which is the first one I thought of that's not on the wheel. So let's go ahead. We may not get to any wheel topics today. Actually, we've already gotten to a couple, but that's okay.
We need a pre-wheel sound effect.
Apparently. A free-wheel sound effect?
A pre-wheel sound effect.
Pre-wheel sound effect. What would that be?
Before we get to the topics on the wheel, there's got to be a pre-wheel. It's almost got to be like somebody gassing up. I don't know. Somebody
gassing up. Okay, I'll have to think about that one.
Gene Rayburn, match game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask you a question. All you have to do is fill in the blank. Where's the music, Strick? The music.
Blank willow.
Wait. Blank a doodle do.
I love it. Anyway, so what was the other one? Because then I've got my one more too.
Well, this one might take a moment or two because you're going to say you're fucking doing what?
Okay, well, mine would be quick then. Let me do mine first then because mine's quick.
Do yours first.
We've talked about it a little bit. October 17th through the 19th is the Coldwell Banker Gen Blue Conference.
It's
right?
Coldwell Banker,
right?
Yeah, whatever.
Coldwell?
Yeah, it's Caldwell. It's fine.
Is it Caldwell?
Yeah, Coldwell Banker. But it's
I
pronounced
thought it was Coldwell, which does sound kind of funny.
It's spelled cold, but it is Coldwell Banker.
Oh, it is spelled cold, but it's pronounced called? Mm-hmm. What the fuck is that? Anyway, never mind. Let's not get into that.
It's English. So,
Coldwell Banker. Anyway, right. October 17th through the 19th is a Gen Blue convention, right? You and I are trying to get there, like to speak or to do something. But even if we don't, it is going to be, and we need to find a name for this, it's going to be a NiceGuys get-together. In Las Vegas.
I like this.
And the reason we need to announce this early is because people might want to make plane tickets or whatever, right?
Okay, yeah,
so
sure.
And you don't have to be a realtor. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be connected to the convention at all.
So you're saying this is Party with the NiceGuys.
Exactly. Party with the NiceGuys. Maybe that's what we call it. Party in Vegas with the NiceGuys. Sin City Party with the NiceGuys. We'll come up with a fucking better name. I don't know what it's going to be.
With the NiceGuys.
Sinning with the NiceGuys, right? So it's going to be in Vegas, right? And 17th through the 19th, we're going to have some stuff in the evenings, like drinks or dinners or shows or something. We don't know what the fuck it's going to be yet, but we are absolutely positively going to be there, and we're going to do some NiceGuys stuff. And we think Anna is going to be there.
If there's any motorcycle riders also, I would be happy to go out on a Harley with whoever would like to do that.
There you go. That'd be cool, right?
I would do that. And Strick will probably rent a Lamborghini again like he did.
No, not unless we get a whole lot more Patreon patrons between now and then.
Yeah, that's true.
It was fun, but way too expensive. So Sunny Lake is going to be there already, and Stephanie we know is going to be there, and Sean is going to be there. And so, we want you there too.
Yeah,
so put the dates on your calendar, details to come.
Oh, very nice, Strickland. Very nice. I like this. We were excited about it before, but now that we know that we're actually going to commit to it, it's even more fun. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm committing to. Are you ready? Okay. I got to take a deep breath before I say this because I think this is going to be a pretty. I am going to follow through with this challenge if it actually happens.
Okay.
So on Overcast we are number 2, right behind who?
Tim fucking Ferriss.
Okay. And we've asked Tim to be on the show a number of times and he's never even responded to us.
We have?
Well, I have. I know you don't do any of that.
You're right, I don't.
Yes,
I love Tim Ferriss, by the way. You know, we give him a lot of shit. I love his 4-hour work week. I just give him shit because he's ahead of us on Overcast.
So he has not, exactly. So he has not responded to any of the messages that I've sent, and the people that I've actually know him through LinkedIn that would be able to connect me with have not heard back from Tim either to come on the show. I've even commented on shit that he has on LinkedIn, and he still has not. I mean, not even saying, hey, come on the show. Here's what I'm going to do. Nice Guy community, if you actually catapult us above Tim Ferriss, okay, beyond, so in the number one position in the business category on Overcast, wherever Tim is in this country, I think he lives in the country. I'm not 100% sure, but if he lives in the country, whenever he does come into the country, or if he doesn't live here, I'm going to find him and I will interview him. I will get a microphone in his face. He doesn't have to come on our show. I will go to him. Wherever he is. So
Damn.
Nice Guy community, I am committing a plane ticket and an interview with Tim Ferriss. I will find him. I will stalk him. I'm not going to hurt him.
You will ambush him.
I will not hurt him, but I'm going to get a microphone in his face and I will interview Tim. Even if it's for 12 seconds, I will get an interview. I promise you. But I need to be put in the number one. We have to, Nice Guy community, you've got to put me and Strick, the Nice Guys on Business podcast, into the number one position, even if we're just dipping our toe. If you do, I will fucking find him and get him on the show. Committed.
Great idea.
Okay, you like it?
I like it. I don't know if it'll work, but man, you're committed to it. I love that.
I am totally committed to it. I'm like, shit, if the Nice Guy community does this for us, I have to do something really nice in return other than just give him a fucking T-shirt.
Right.
I will go. I will find him and I will interview him and everybody will be happy. It might sound a little bit like a muffled interview because I'm going to be... Because you may be in handcuffs and they may be pulling you away as you're trying to talk to him. Yeah, it's going to be, hey Tim, it's me. Hey Tim, it's not Tim. Let me out of here. Oh God! But I'm going to get the interview. Okay, cool. I'm ready to spin the wheel. You are ready to spin the wheel? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Wow, that's loud. Is it too loud? I can turn it down a little bit loud. I can pull the microphone away from the wheel a little bit there. Okay. Play the how much do we save by eating at home game. Do you ever play that game? Never. Never? Okay, never, because I know for a fact that we save a buttload of money by eating at home. But please continue. Go ahead, because I know you eat out a lot more than I do. I do eat out a lot because it's just the two of us. And, sometimes like Danielle's working a full day and I've worked a full day. Or who am I kidding? I've been in my pajamas all day and I just got to get out of the fucking house. So I'll go to the grocery store and I'll come home and let's say we get salmon or whatever it is. So salmon, a vegetable, a potato, maybe even a bottle of wine. And we will sit at the dining room table because we don't have any fucking thing else to talk about, right? No, we have plenty to talk about. But we talk about how much money did we save by eating this meal at home. And we literally go through one at a time the items, the salmon, the wine, the potato, the veggie, and all that. And we generally would, when we go out, I don't know, but when you went out as a kid, did your parents ever hold you back from more? Could you order an appetizer when you went out as a kid? I don't really thought about it because honestly, when I was young, really, we didn't go out to eat. I mean, I just didn't have the money to do it. Yeah, I guess. But when you did go out, was there ever any rules? Like you can't order a soda? No, I not that I remember because it was... we just didn't do it that often. And going out was like fucking McDonald's or something. All right. So I think when we went out, we were I don't think there was any rules, but we never drank when we went out. Even sodas, we would have water and my parents would never order a drink. It would only be Saturday night out would be the night to get a drink. And I wouldn't even be able to go to that. It would be my mom and my dad would go out for a meal. And my dad would come back, my stepdad actually, I love him dearly, but he'd come back. He was like trash. He's usually trashed before he left the house, which the whole thing about drinking and driving, I never understood how that actually never happened. Never got arrested or anything. Okay. Anyway, I think my mom must have driven. Anyway, so we never drank when we went out as kids, even iced tea or anything. We never ordered appetizers. We would order our meal. Fuck no for dessert. No way. It would just be the entree and then we would come home. Now, as I go out now, it's like I feel like I'm rebelling. It's the appetizer, maybe 2 appetizers. It's a drink, maybe 2 drinks. There's like a drink when you get there and you go to the bar and you sit down and have a drink at the bar, and then you go to your table and then you have another drink.
Right. Okay.
Or maybe a bottle of wine. So oftentimes we'll find as we are adding the meal up in our head when we go out, we will have spent $150, $175 without even thinking.
Sure.
For dinner at home, we can usually do that for well under $30.
Yeah.
Even for a really good meal for 2 of us, we can do for under 30. So I just wasn't sure if you've ever played that how much money are you saving by eating home game.
You know,
you guys don't play that?
I don't play that game just because we don't eat out that often. But yes, I have to admit, if I ate out a lot more often, I would probably play that game because you're right. Even, as infrequently as my wife and I go out. Okay. So I think it was some special occasion. Maybe it was her birthday. It was her birthday this year, right? We went to Fleming's, right? Which is a nice steak place around here, right? Yeah. And we actually got some coupon in the mail that said save $50 off of any meal of $100 or more, right? Well, Fleming's, it's easy to spend $100 with 2 people because it's
$60
like
a steak.
Yeah, exactly. Expensive steaks and stuff, right? And again, we never do this shit, right? So we go out and again, we each had an appetizer and we had a steak and we had a couple of drinks. And like, even with the $50 off, it was still like $120, $150 meal. And, and it was really nice and it was really tasty. And we thought, you know what? This is why we don't eat out very often. Even if you just go to like Buffalo Wings and Beer, right? Like you go to a bar and you get some wings or you get a burger and you get a couple of beers or something, you're going to spend $50.
Easily.
And then there's tip too. It's like, we just don't do that
how much
often.
do we spend when we go to Vic's? When we go to Vic's and have a beer or 2 and burgers and we usually don't get dessert. Just the 2 of you and me. When you and I go out, we don't eat like champions, and we're still spending $80, $90 for the 2 of us.
Right.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous expensive. How much you can save. Yeah.
Eating out is expensive. All right, I just thought I'd run that by you because I wasn't sure. Because when you go out now as a family, and I know you don't do it a lot, but if you were to go out as a family. Do the people in your the people in your family, do your kids, do they order appetizers?
Yeah, usually not, but I wouldn't object if they did, but it's because we don't go out often, like if we did it more often, I might put restrictions on it. But I'm listening to a bunch of other podcasts and a lot of them, there's this company called Blue Apron and they do meal delivery service where they deliver you the ingredients and you make the meal at home, right? So it's like, hey, you can cook, but you don't really have to be a chef, right? And their whole tagline is like, Blue Apron for less than $10 a meal. Okay, and I'm thinking to myself, right, I got 5 people in my family, right? So what you're saying is for less than $50, like that's not fucking cheap, right? That's not a good deal. I can go to the grocery store and get the same shit for $20.
Well, it depends on what you get though, because when you order from somebody like Blue Apron or one of those services, they do send you, it's some pretty good stuff. And when you go to the grocery store, like how much would it be? I'm not saying that you eat this way, but how much would it be if you went to the grocery store and you bought a package of 8 hot dogs, 10 rolls or whatever you have to buy because they don't match the same number. You buy the hot dog rolls, you get some chips, you get ketchup and mustard or whatever else that you're going to get, you get some French fries or whatever else, and you get like an apple pie or something. I know that's not a really nutritious meal, but how much would that cost you? I went to Whole Foods the other day.
Well, that would be 15 to 20. What you just mentioned.
Yeah.
15 to $20.
Okay. I went, which is very reasonable and not very nutritious, but very reasonable.
Right.
I went to Whole Foods the other day, which is really why I started to think about this topic. And all I bought was Danielle does not like. She's not a gluten eater, so she tries to go gluten free. She's not. I don't think she's whatever you call it, celiac or whatever that is. But she prefers not having any wheat. So I bought a gluten free crust. I bought sauce. I bought a regular crust for me. I bought 2 kinds of cheese. To put on top of some just the stuff for making a pizza. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, and I bought 3 avocados because we were low on avocados, and I like those in the morning for breakfast. So I was making the pizzas. Forget the avocados for a second, which were 3 for $5. How much do you think I spent on those 2 pizzas? And I have to build my own. It's not like I'm ordering it and it's coming in. What would be a fair number to spend on those pizza crusts?
2 pizzas?
Yep.
I don't know, $5, $10.
Yep, that would be a fair price. Now, what would be a ridiculous price to spend on pizzas?
Okay, so we're talking about 2 crusts and sauce and cheese, right?
And I did buy some of the pre-made like grilled chicken.
Okay.
To put on top of that.
Okay, to put on top. I don't know.
Yep,
I would think $20 to $25 would be a lot.
Nice guy community. Take a guess. What do you think?
Okay, we're waiting.
No, we didn't get yours yet. Answer. Yeah. $52.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
I have no fucking. When I looked at the receipt, I didn't really pay attention as she was ringing it up. And when I got back to the car, a couple of things happened. When I got back to the car, I noticed she forgot to put the fucking pizza in my bag.
What the fuck? Hang on. 2 pizza crusts, right?
Yep,
a bag of like pre-cooked, pre-grilled chicken.
Yep.
Cheese and pizza sauce.
Yep.
For 2 pizzas. Mm-hmm. Are you fucking kidding me?
$52.
I could feed a large Cambodian family from Domino's for that. That's insane.
Okay, so let's break it down for just so you understand. I went to Whole Foods, which is like it's also called Whole Paycheck.
So that was your first mistake, right? Exactly.
That was my first fucking mistake because Danielle, and I get it, she wants a specific type of crust and she likes a certain kind of cheese. I'm like, okay, if we're gonna have pizza that we like, why don't we just make a pizza that we really like? So I got the gluten-free crust. I want to say the gluten-free crust was like $12.
Wow.
Okay,
$12 for the crust.
Right. The regular crust, the one for me, I think that was either $7 or $8 for that.
See, even that's fucking expensive.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
It was the tomatoes, the sauce. I just bought an I know maybe I should be a little bit more conscious of the things that I'm putting in my cart. I bought this burrata cheese. It's buffalo mozzarella that is lactose free. Not dairy free, but lactose free. I think it was $11.
$11 for a bag of cheese.
And I bought a second type of cheese that was $7.
Oh my God.
So it quickly added up. I'm like, holy fuck. And the funniest part was when I got out to the car and I noticed, I'm like, let me just look in the bag. And I don't know what inspired me to even look in the bag. Get in the car, sit down, look in the bag. There's no fucking pizza crust. I'm like, I thought the bag seemed light. So I go back into the store and she is the cashier is frantically looking for me. Like, here, I have your crust, sir. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I have your $23 worth of crusts.
It was only one bag. It was $58 was the total. $52 was for my pizza supplies.
Oh my God. Doug, I only have one thing to say to that. You know what it is?
Oh, what? Yeah.
Oh,
you know what?
My God.
But if I would have played the showcase showdown with those items, I would have won because I would have underestimated.
You certainly wouldn't have gone over, that's for sure.
I wouldn't have gone over. Oh my God, that was an expensive meal. I could not have played with a good conscience. How much did you spend on that meal? And actually, I could have gone out for cheaper than it would cost me to buy those 2 pizzas. And I kept thinking, holy fuck, that's a lot of money to spend on pizzas.
Wow.
Whatever.
That is a lot to spend on pizza that you make yourself.
Yeah. Hey, Strick, how deep are we in this episode? Do we have time for another topic?
No. We're already 40 minutes in, I think, from what I can tell.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up here. We've covered a lot of ground today. We really, truly covered a lot of ground today.
So on Thursday's episode, if you're tired of hearing us rambling on about Overcast and us, we're going to make a point not to ramble about us. We're going to get right to topics on Thursday. Okay? Deal, Doug?
I can't rightfully make that deal. Well, you know what? Let's do this.
I'm not saying we can't mention recommending us on Overcast. Let's just not talk about it for 2 or 3 or 5 minutes.
Come on over on Thursday. We'll talk about it. We'll make a decision then.
That sounds like a tease if I ever heard one.
All right. Nice guy community. Never underestimate the power of nice. Steve O'Brien, take us out of here.
If you're hearing my voice right now, you obviously enjoy the podcast. So why not help the guys out? Click on the Patreon link in the show notes, and for as little as $2 a month, you can show your support. Or show us whatever you want.
My computer's running a little slow today.
You have a Mac? That doesn't happen.
Shut up.
You have a new Mac, right? And it's running slow already?
automation listening to you.